Hey, I'm trying to be a responsible, well-informed citizen. So last night I was watching a documentary on video, a YouTube video documentary about global hunger. And as I was watching it, trying to be an informed, responsible citizen, all this talk about hunger and global warming and the connection between global warming, drought, and famine, it made me very hungry. And I was getting very sleepy. This was a dry subject. And I found here I am watching The Poor Suffering of Humanity on a documentary about global hunger. And I had to consume an entire tub of peanut butter vanilla yogurt. It was a concoction I made by myself. And then as I'm continuing to watch this documentary, somewhat sated on the peanut butter vanilla yogurt, I noticed the video was pausing because it had to buffer. And I became outraged. I became overcome with the sense that I was suffering from a human rights violation from having to do the buffering. Eventually shut off the documentary, went to sleep. Failed in my mission to be a responsible, well-informed citizen. Not only did I fail, I lost all proportion. This should have been about my compassion for the hunger of the world, and it was all about my peanut butter vanilla yogurt. It was about how I suffered from a human rights violation because the damn video was buffering. And it got me to thinking that we are hardwired to avoid stress. We are hardwired to avoid aggravation. And we're damn good at avoiding aggravation and stress. We try to avoid traffic. My wife has an app on her smartphone called Waze. And that, I'm telling you, that app is taken off. Go this way. There's highway patrol over there. Go, unbelievable app. We avoid trying to find seats in crowded movie theaters. That's real fun, tripping over someone's foot in a crowded movie theater, getting dirty looks. Hey, man, what are you looking at? You want to avoid that stress. Going to the DMV. It's as if the employees went to a special seminar, special training on honing their rudeness skills, and they're daring you to show any reciprocity of rudeness to them because they've got security and police forces all around just waiting, just eager, just poised to arrest you for the slightest show of discontent, the slightest show of petulance on your part. But they're allowed to be petulant and not going to. I think I got to go to the DMV soon because I had a speeding ticket a couple years ago. Oh, I digress. Uh, we try to avoid going to countries where they have bad plumbing. I was in the Soviet Union, 1984. I guess it's Russia now. I was washing my hands in this is 1984. I was in the Moscow Olympic Hotel. I'm washing my hands. The sink falls out of the wall and I got a bloody torso. Wow, thanks a lot, hotel. I'm just trying to wash my hands. Got a bloody torso, man. Bad plumbing in Moscow. I've had some bad plumbing elsewhere. I could go into the plumbing again. Uh, Speaking of bad plumbing, 2007, I went to a tofu festival in downtown Los Angeles, and they had porta potties. I went into this one porta potty and I saw something I should have never seen. My wife will tell you, whatever I saw, whatever vision of hell that I witnessed, it put me into a deep depression for a month. I was bedridden and I had to listen to motivational podcasts for like 2 months before I got out of my depression. It's like the most depressing porta potty I've ever been in my life. And so, we do all these things to avoid aggravation and stress. We avoid these things, and so we're really good at learning to avoid stress. And for example, we arrive at the movie theater an hour early. We'll study a restaurant menu online like a month before we go to the restaurant. And then we go to the restaurant, and no matter what we order, it's always the wrong order. And I end up having to eat half of my wife's food because her order, which she never researched online, is always superior to my order. Uh, we go to the same vacation every year. I don't, but I know people who will go to the same place, Lake Tahoe, same condo. We'll go to the same restaurant sit in the same at the same table, order the same meal for like 50 years because we don't want to be disappointed. And I think what's happened is as we've created all of these mechanisms to reduce stress and aggravation in our lives, we've become these spoiled, petulant little children because we have no tolerance for the slightest inconvenience or the slightest aggravation. It's actually kind of turned on us. It's made us worse. I'll give you an example. I got sick of having DVDs. They were taking up too much shelf space in my house. If I wanted to play a DVD, I would have to unplug the cables from the Roku into the DVD player. I hear there's a splitting device, some kind of splitting mechanism, a splitter. No one's exactly pointed it out to me. I was looking for it on Amazon. And so what I did was I pretty much transitioned to pure digital. I got a Netflix account. I buy Amazon digital movies. And now I notice I have to access 3 remotes in order to get on to Netflix. And I'm angry about that. I shouldn't be so damn angry. You know, that's a first world problem. As I told you, if I'm watching a video and it has to buffer, I feel like I've suffered some kind of a human rights violation. I make too big of a deal out of it. I'll be doing work on my computer. I'll be doing research. I'll be looking at watches on the computer. And my iMac will tell me I have to do software updates. And it's a huge security breach if I don't do them immediately. And I gotta quit all of these applications. I gotta restart my computer. And it's like 20 minutes out of my life. And I'm going, can someone shoot me right now? Why do I have to just sit here and look at this computer? You know, why don't you just go away and read a book, McMahon? You're pathetic. So, you know, and then I download the newest version of iTunes, and I find that the older version was more intuitive, the interface, and I'm ticked off. I put my non-wrinkle shirts in the dryer, and there's still wrinkles in them, and I'm consumed by bitterness all day. I go to Trader Joe's or Costco, and the line that I was in was like a whole 5 or 7 minutes long, and I allow that one long line to define my whole day. What a petulant, impatient little jackass you've become. You know, and this is happening during Christmas when I'm supposed to be exuding this grandiosity of benevolence, this magnanimity, and I'm failing. I'm failing. What else has ticked me off? Oh, you know, the microwave oven, you put a casserole or pasta in it, and some parts of it are overheated. Other parts still have these giant frozen chunks in them, and you feel like you've been punked by the microwave industry. And so you make too big a deal out of this. And I think what's happened is, you know, we live in the age of Yelp reviews and Amazon reviews, and we're reviewing everything, and we're nitpicking everything. And we've developed these unrealistic expectations that make us feel like we're entitled to whine and complain when our little consumer experience hasn't met our expectations. And I think we're reaching a point where children are going to start being able to review their parents. Like it's Christmas time right now. There's going to be like Yelp Christmas reviews. You know, kids are going to review the quality of their Christmas experience compared to other kids. I could just see it, you know, getting a 2-star review. My parents, it's the same old crap every year. I get underwear, I get socks. My Christmas stockings have like stale cookies in them. It's the same crappy Christmas music every year. 2 stars, man. I could just see having, you know, kids rate their parents' Christmas. On a more broad, general level, I could imagine children rating their parents' parenting skills. Give them 1 star. He never had a book in the house. Made us watch TV all day. I'm only giving him 1 star because at least the freezer never ran out of Hot Pockets. There's that damn Hot Pocket reference again. I just can't get away from it. Haven't been able to make a philosophical video without referring to Hot Pockets. I don't even eat Hot Pockets. I don't know where the obsession comes from, but this is the state of affairs here at Christmas 2015. We've reduced everything to a consumer experience. We've become whining, petulant little consumers. It's gotta stop. All right, my friends, until next time, I am out.